FLX music lovers. Welcome back to another podcast. I'm Janelle Bradshaw, and I'm here to talk about the FLXmusic247.com calendar and all the live music events in the Finger Lakes. Hey, can you believe it? This is my 18th episode of this podcast. I've been carrying you through the summer and giving you information about the upcoming events that are going on in the Finger Lakes every week, and this week I'm going to be talking specifically about August 30th through September 7th, and what the calendar itself, FLXmusic247.com, if you're not familiar with it, is an online searchable calendar that has all the live music events. You can search by date, you can use a color code to stay in your general area, or you can search by venue or town. It's super easy to use. Click on the date and the events unfold in time order. And when you click on the music event, for most events, there's a little bit of additional information on the next page, including a map link if you're not familiar with the area. So check that out. Today's podcast is for local residents and for visitors. So if you're new to the area, this segment will give you some information about the hot spots, places to go, hot shots, people to hear, tried and true venues and musicians, and something new, a little bit different around your everyday music scene. So let's just get started. We'll talk later. Here we go. Well, hot spots this week. In Penn Yan, the Abandoned Brewery up on the hill. The Mr. Monkey Duo is a female-led rock group. Patty Dillman's the leader. She's super fun. It's a high-energy classic rock set that starts on Saturday from 9 to 3. My friends at Scale House are putting on an amazing music program all summer long, including Mad Daddy, which is on Friday, and The Sweats, which is a rock and roll band, on Sunday afternoon on their outdoor stage from 4 to 7. That should be super fun. At the Climbing Vines Brewery, gorgeous view overlooking the point. I don't know which point. You got to climb the hill so you can get up on top of the hill to see the Seneca Lake to the north. They're having a remarkable festival this weekend. They did a fundraiser last weekend, and this one's all fun for them. There's 4 or 5 bands playing starting at 11 on Saturday, including their headliner Annie in the Water, which is a popular band, starting at 4 o'clock. Soul Benders will kick off at 11. Should be fun. At Grist Iron and their friends in the neighborhood, it's almost every venue in the area north of Watkins Glen on the east side has a gorgeous venue and great views and great offerings, and Grist Iron's one of them high up on the hill, and Stone Cold Miracle will be playing. They're an R&B band out of Ithaca, and that should be a great show. In addition, to that, on Friday night, Miller and the Other Sinners will be playing, and Johnny Paris and the Formula, part of the band Stereo Opticon, will be playing on Sunday from 6 to 9. It's Labor Day weekend. I can't believe it. What says Labor Day weekend more than a laundry basket full of dirty clothes and an empty refrigerator? It's time just to go out and party and just live off the land for the last 3 days of official summer. Now, for a lot of us, summer just keeps going on, and I'm one of those people now. My schedule's kind of free, and I'm going to continue to go out and hear live music, especially around Keuka Lake. Now, talk about, well, summer is my favorite season of all, but the fall is also an incredible event here in the Finger Lakes every year, a little bit different. Sometimes the weather's not dependable, but the views are amazing. And over on Keuka Lake, all of the venues are having music this weekend and going on into the season. So stop in. I'm just going to rattle these off really quick. Ready? The Switzerland Inn, the Laurentide Beer Company, Finger Lakes Beer Company, Fox Run Winery, Keg and Barrel Brewery, Lionsmith Brewery, the Crooked Tuster Distillery, the Keuka Brewing, and Steuben Brewing all are hosting music events all weekend. And there's more that I haven't named over there, other distilleries and other fun events. So check out the calendar and see what's on there and make yourself a tour. Have some fun. It's gorgeous. And as the leaves turn, it'll be even more spectacular. So some of our area hot shots this week include some people that we've talked to before. And sorry, ladies, I don't have anybody up here. These are all my favorite guys right now. So I need to promote equality in area, but here we go for the weekend. Terrapin Station, a Grateful Dead band, is playing at Hopshire Brewing over in, I don't know, it's in Lansing area. It's Ithaca to the east. You got to go that way, but it's a fun place. They have some great bands. They're also hosting the fall Creek Brass Band this weekend. You'll find that on the calendar. But the Terrapin Station's playing Friday night. They're also playing Saturday night at Two Goats if you want to head over there. Well, Gabe Stillman is an artist that I highlighted earlier in this summer, and as I stated before, he plays a bunch of gigs in the area, then he leaves for a while and comes back. So when he's back, you gotta catch him. I saw him last night at Garrett's down in Trumansburg. That was Wednesday. And on Friday night, September 2nd, he'll be playing at Bagley's Poplar Inn from 5 to 8. And he's playing somewhere else, too. I forgot. But he's around this weekend, so if you can catch him, I would. He'll be gone before he's back. Nate Michaels, a local favorite, plays original tunes, plays cover tunes, and has a beautiful country voice, playing an acoustic guitar. He does his own looping, and it's just fantastic. He's enjoyable to listen to. He's a personable young man, and he really interacts well with the crowd. You'll love him. You can see him at the Vista, which is Sampson State Park, live at the Vista, what it's called, on Friday from 6 to 9. And then you could also catch him on Saturday at Star Cidery over in Canandaigua, also from 6 to 9. He's a great show. Well, I love reggae music, and one of my favorite bands, Bead and Bone, is playing at one of my favorite venues, Keg and Barrel, on Saturday. That should be a super fun show. Their deck overlooks Keuka Lake, and it's just wonderful. And right down the road, if you need a full course dinner before or after, you can hit up the Switzerland, and they also have some music events, not necessarily on Saturday, but coming up on other days. And as you can see on the next tile is Virgil Kane. And Virgil Kane is a multi-instrumentalist. He develops a multi-layered sound by using some looping and some sequencing, and he's a one-man band, high energy, appeals to all ages, and he'll be playing in 3 places this weekend. He's another one of those traveling artists that when he's around, you got to catch him. At the Boatyard Grill in Ithaca on Friday, the Lake House Pub in Skaneateles late night on Saturday, and then at the Switz on Sunday from 3 to 7. Should be great, entertaining show. Check Virgil out. Here we go. Tried and true, my friends over at Treleavan Winery are hosting a country singer-songwriter right out of Nashville, a huge hit maker, Jerrod Nieman. If you're familiar with him, get your tickets. If there's a ticket required on the website, you'll see next to the entry, it'll say click here for tickets, and there'll be a live link to get you directly to the ticket link at the venue, so you can get there fast. Also at Treleavan, they have music Friday night with Frostbit Blue. Sounds a little chilly to me, but, you know, I don't know. Blues, they can be warm or cold, I guess, depending on the lyrics. And they're also hosting the Petty Thieves, which is a Central New York classic rock band that's very popular in the area. It should be a fun time. Well, Hosper Winery, believe it or not, has been in business for 37 years, and this week they're going to have their annual harvest party. I don't think it's the 37th annual harvest party, but they have a good time over there. They're having the Hot Dogs and Gin, which is the band, and the Hot Smokin' Barbecue, which is the food. Should be fun. They're also offering the Tribal Revival Duo and mimosas on Sunday from 1 to 4. Another great place to stop in. They know how to do it. They've been doing it for a long time. Another favorite of the area is Wagner Winery. They have the winery, they have the brewery, they have the Jenny Lee Cafe, and the newly remodeled, I said that right, the newly remodeled Vantage Point is featuring the Dart Brothers on Friday night and Evan Dillon, an acoustic solo singer, on Sunday afternoon. The Lake House in Canandaigua is partying up all weekend long. They have music for you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Steve Grills will be performing Saturday night from 6 to 10. That should be a great time at the Sandbar. They're also presenting Jimmy Jam Band on Friday from 6 to 9, and Nick Leduc, a solo acoustic player, on Sunday to, for that cool down Monday afternoon before school starts kind of music. Whew. I don't like thinking about it. I don't know. I'm retired, so I don't have to worry about it, but I was a teacher, and I start getting the little, I get the shakes around Labor Day. I hope to overcome it someday. You can too, if that's part of your life. And at Lincoln Hill and Point of the Bluff, I don't know how many times I've said these names in the last 18 weeks, probably 18 times, because when you got a great venue and great offerings, you got to highlight them. So Lincoln Hill is putting together a nice show for Saturday night, and they're doing other things this weekend, so it's the only time you can see a band at Lincoln Hill this weekend is Saturday night, a band called Pink Talking Fish. Pink Talking Fish? Yeah. Well, it's a fusion band, and it's a combination of music influenced by Pink Floyd, the Talking Heads, and Fish. So that should be a great show. That's a ticketed event. Get a link there. I was over there a couple of weeks ago, and it's just a wonderful place to be. You can see the sunset in the evening, and there's lots of space to spread out and enjoy the environment with your friends and family. You can take your own chairs and stuff over there too, and they have a nice bar area and their own food vendor right on site. Really nice. Well, Point of the Bluff on the west side of Keuka Lake, high up on the hill, presents music 4 times a week. Even when they have a big concert in their concert venue, which is a little bit set back from the winery, they're still offering live music right down in the winery. So here we go. On Thursday, it's John Krieg. On Friday, it's the Bard Brothers. Saturday, there's a big concert with Judy Collins and Richard Thompson. And those are 2 very well-known and seasoned artists that have been performing for lots of years. I mean, role models. When you can say that someone's been performing for 50 years, you got to get good after all that practice. I mean, and they are. So they're playing on Saturday from 3 to 6. That's a ticketed event. But down at the winery, you can see C and Double with Ryan Spadora. And on Sunday, Evan Mulevans will be playing. So if you're in that area, you can make a weekend just at Point of the Bluff. You could go there every day. Yeah. And they have a farmer's market on Thursday, so you could get food too. To make food all weekend. If your fridge is empty and you need something to eat. Okay, here we go. Sorry. Let's keep it moving here. Something new. How about this? How about the name of this band? I love original names. Most band names reflect the band in some way, hopefully, so that when you read it, you're like, oh, that sounds like it should be, could be, would be a blah, 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 blah band. Well, how about Drink the Gold? As you can imagine, it's got a little bit of an Irish fin to it. So this band is famous for their North Atlantic dance and folk songs. So it should be a really fun event. Big Alice inside is not a huge area. They have a wonderful outdoor space, but it's a nice, intimate performing area. They got a tiny little stage, and they bring in a wide variety of acts. And, folk and Americana music is really enjoyable to listen to. Lots of them have stories embedded in them. And when you get a little bit of jig going, you can't beat it. It's Friday night. Have a beer. Have some fun. I saw a new place, It's a wedding venue, but they're having a grand opening for the public, and they're having a big party. So if you're anywhere near Interlake and you'd like to stop in, maybe stop at Hosmer's and then head down to the Keuka shoreline. Fabi, which is a pretty well-known world music instrumentalist, will be kicking off the day, and Tenzin Chohak and Emmett Scott are playing later in the day, but that should be super fun. They've got all kinds of food and games and fun things going on right on the lakeshore. You can even boat in if you'd like. So it's a beautiful opportunity to spend the day close up to the lake and listening to some wonderful music. Well, if you like jazz like I do, you can hear me. I'm playing at Keg and Barrel on Sunday with a trio called Doxology, which is a play on words, if you ever heard of a doxology in the church music world. It's just kind of like it's a celebration song. So anyway, Doc is the piano player. He's cool. And Walt is our bass player, and he plays with a bunch of groups, including Wingnut and Dwayne Perry, the drummer. And we had a rehearsal this past weekend. It's going to be a really nice show. It's going to be relaxed. It's going to be some well-known jazz tunes and some new stuff, and I'll be there, so stop in if you see me. I'll probably have my shirt on because everything else is, in the laundry basket. Oh, no. Anyway, let's keep going. On Monday, if you're still in the area or you need something to do on Monday, I would recommend getting a reservation very quickly for this at Once, which is a regional wine promoter tasting room right on the west side of Seneca Lake. They're having what's called the 11th Hour. It's once a month. This month it features a Greek food menu by Samantha Busquez, and my friend Grace Lipker and Boone Ra Rick Hoyt will be playing live music there. But you have to have a reservation, or you don't have to, but I highly recommend it. And go on in, have some great food, listen to some good music, and there's a winery that will be highlighted there. You'll have to check their website to see what kind of wine's available, but they have a broad offering there. Check it out. And last but not least, way down Seneca Lake, almost to Watkins Glen on the west side, is Barnstormer Winery, and they've been having a music festival or music offering all summer on Tuesdays. But this week I'd like to let you know that Rachel Beverly's playing and Capani, and they're having a celebration for their anniversary, and they'll have extra fun food stuff, and the bands will be awesome from 4 to 10. They have a huge and beautiful lawn. If you're so inclined, they even have they're cabanas. I don't know. There might be a little more structure to them, but you can rent out like a little family pavilion if you want for your own group to hang out in for a very small fee. Check out their website for that. So yeah, that's it. But once again, when I talk about what's coming up this weekend, it is only a fraction of what is available in the whole area. Each weekend, there's about 150 music events. And since the beginning of this year, I've listed over 4,000 events, and I expect it'll be up to 6,000 by the end of the year. Just because the summer starts to wane down doesn't mean the music events start to taper off. Most venues keep their music program going year-round. If they have outdoor music in the summer, they just bring it inside, and we have a party every weekend in the Finger Lakes. So come on up and visit anytime you're around. And here's some coming up soon events, some things I've talked about before. Up in Sterling, which is on Lake Ontario, there's a super fun festival, 4 days of music, free camping, and it's right near Lake Ontario. Great place to be. Here in Seneca Falls, the SMS Festival, Sarah and Joe will be playing on Friday night. They're friends of mine, and if you're around, stop out and see them. And don't forget that Live from Linden Street in Geneva carries on throughout September on Friday and Saturday nights from 6:30 to 8:30, 9 o'clock, and that's in support of the Linden Street businesses and restaurants, and it's really fun. You can walk around, and typically late night, if you walk around the corner, can't always tell you who's playing, but at Twisted Rail in Geneva, there's usually a band playing on Friday night from 7 to 10. The New Vine Records Festival is going to be down at Robert Tremaine Park on the September 17th. I'll get some of those events on the calendar. Lincoln Hill Farm is offering a Patriot Day, which is all free with live music and a celebration of all of our public servants, including police officers and firefighters and emergency medical technicians and other people that serve our community. So if you're around, go party with them. They'd love to have your support. And they're also offering, Oktoberfest, which is, it's a beer festival. A beer festival on September 17th. So much on the 17th. I'm already too busy. Ooh. But then you can go to the Peace Festival in Ithaca on the 18th. The Naples Grape Festival comes up the following weekend. For those people who are in the loop, Hiva Squabi weekend is also September 22nd through the 25th. Ithaca Porch Fest on the 25th. I'm going to be playing with the Greater Finger Lakes Jazz Orchestra at Dr. Frank's for their big anniversary party on the 25th. All this stuff and more on the calendar. FLXmusic247.com. Do me a favor. Look at it every day, just for a minute. Just click on that. Make sure I know that people are out there and interested in using the calendar. It really helps me out a lot if you do that. And after 18 weeks, I'm still here. I'm still gonna post music events. I'd still love to hear from you. As the year goes through, if you have events that are maybe not, the most popular thing in the world, but you'd like to see if you can get some more vision for it. I've reached about over 5,000 people a month over the summer. I think that's cool. So if you want to get your event out there, just shoot me an email. We can work together really easily. That's flxmusic247@gmail. Pretty simple. Otherwise, my last thing I have to say before I take a short break at the end of the summer is thank you. Thank you to Finger Lakes One, the company, for hosting this podcast for me and with me. I'd also like to shoot out big thanks to the young gentlemen that have been helping me all summer, Paul, Nathan, and Caleb, the intern, who's gone back to Penn State. They were super supportive and kept me motivated all summer, and I encourage you to use their website and find me through them, and stay in tune with what's happening here in the Finger Lakes. Have a great fall. We'll talk to you again soon.